Initial pre-game call for our 30-day community growth sprint. Just drop a 1 in the chat if you know what we're talking about. If not, you're going to learn all about what we have in store for you starting in July. I'm super pumped for this. I know a lot of you are already in the pre-work. Yes, we already have action steps for you to be putting into place. Maybe you already have some of these things or refining. I want everyone prepared to go all in July 1st and just hit the ground running, imperfect action, without having a plan, without having all the ideas figured out. Leave that piece to me. I'm going to guide you through everything you need. One simple action step every single day with a post, a video, and a step. You'll be posting them in the community. We'll be providing feedback. It's going to be pretty awesome. And today we'll get to that, but I really want to talk about traffic. After having a community on school, we've been on school for over a year and a half now. Our free community, we launched in January. So I've had a total of 6 communities over the last few years. Some were pop-up, some were short coaching programs and things like that. Currently run 3 of them. So I've learned a lot of things about not only creating, setting up communities, but also growing and what does it take and how do we increase engagement, activity, and ultimately, how do we build a business around this? How do we actually make revenue come in without feeling salesy? And that's why I love communities. You're going to learn more today about that. But the number one thing I've heard from everybody is, how do I get more people? How do I get the right people to join my community? So I want to show you guys one simple strategy today that I know anybody can do. And I've done a lot of things. I've done paid advertising, spent a lot of money on agencies, wasted a lot of money trying to figure out on my own. I've done Instagram, TikTok, all the things, very inconsistently, I'll say. But the one thing I've been very consistent at that I know anyone can do starting out, I'm going to share that with you today. And when I look at, our most recent clients joining us in our programs and the people finding me, it's this traffic source, and you all have access to it. So I don't want to tease it, but we're going to get into it today. By the way, I'm pretty sure all of you are in the Community Creator Club. I'm just going to have Jeremy and Theo drop a link to join. If you're not in yet, come on in. Only one rule, hashtag no lurkers allowed. We just got rid of 1,600 people. Most people are trying to grow big numbers in the community. I'm like, I want to reduce the number. It's odd, I know, but we're really looking for those people who are serious. And I don't want to just have a community that we're just trying to sell stuff. Like, I really want to help people get results. So this is going to be a different feel from the communities you might be a part of. And I want to show up every day. I want to pour in value, especially this next month. It's going to be really important just to guide you. What would I do if I lost my community, my audience, everything I have? What I'm going to present to you in the 30-day sprint is one action step you could do starting out immediately. And it's going to be something you could do probably in under 30 minutes a day. I'd say if you're going to go all in, it might take an hour. But I know if you look at our scroll time on our phones, we all have an hour. So we can make it work. We can sacrifice. We could show up. And I know when you do, you're going to get some amazing, amazing results. All right. So without further ado, let's dive in. My goal today, I'll be honest with you, is to show you why I believe so much in having a community, and that you don't need an offer to start. You don't need to be an expert to start. As we enter in the second half of the year, I don't want to become 2025 and you're wishing that you got started sooner, because that time is now. And I know what we are putting together for everybody, just to thank you for being our Community Creators Club and being active members. This is one of my most proudest products that I've created, putting a lot of intention into it, a lot of thought. I've been planning it for months. I've got it all mapped out. And I just think it's really what I would do if I could do one thing a day for 30 days to not only create a group, but get a highly active community who buys an offer that I can create based on what they need. So again, you don't need an offer figured out. So we're going to help you all today. So I get a lot of questions all the time about, all right, I've got a community. I know where it's going. I might not even have a full plan, but I have this excitement to grow my community. But the biggest question I get asked all the time is, how do I get people to join? Where's my ideal audience already hanging out? How can I do something without spending a ton of money on advertising and without slaving away hours and hours a day on content creation that seems to go ignored, right? And I'm going to share with you guys what I've been doing, not only today, but what I've been doing for years since I got started in this space. And it took me one of my friends to ask me, like, hey, Doug, what's your number one traffic source? I had to really think about it. And this slide presentation was created from that question. And it's so cool when, like, I'll ask you guys a lot of questions because I think questions invite revelation and get you thinking about something that could be right on the tip of your nose and you just can't see it from your angle, right? So here's what we're going to do today. I want to talk about my number one traffic source, so that those of you who have communities or growing audiences online, can start to just make it simple again, right? I think I started with this and I got away and bought all these high ticket programs and all these things, and it got more complex as I before I knew it, I had a team of 12 and super high expenses and all this software. And like the game is changing. And I know you guys have been hearing that a lot lately, but it's just so true. And I think the people who win are the people who will make it simple in the months and years ahead. All right. So I want to talk about what is the fastest way to go from just starting, or maybe I've been doing this for a while and plateauing, to becoming known, that anyone can do. This is the same strategy that allowed me to go from nothing, waiting tables, to a dream car winner in 66 days. I did this without paid ads, no list, and never posted a single reel. Reels were actually even a thing back in 2019 when I first got started, when I left my waiter job. And you could even do this with an affiliate product or your own products. So you don't even need your own products to go ahead and start building a business online. So I want to say this: all traffic strategies can work, right? Organic content, it works. We see it working for other people. Maybe it's working for some of you. Paid advertising, it works. Website SEO, it works. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, it works. Direct messaging, I've seen people grow their communities into the thousands in literally 30, 60, 90 days. Some of the people I'm seeing in the school games talking about it, but I don't know about you, but I'm just not all for cold messaging, right? If it's working for you, more power to you. What if I could show you ways to say you don't have to do cold outreach? All right, but it can work, right? High ticket, low ticket, self-liquidating offer funnels, they all work. But I want to talk about finding the thing that could work best for you. And I believe that this is it, what we're going to talk about for the majority of today. It really all comes down to, what strategy are you willing to put your time, focus, and attention towards? And which one makes the most sense for you and your lifestyle and the business that you're looking to grow? Like, what's in alignment to you? And it really comes down to a few things we'll talk about: time, money, and resistance. So we're going to talk about that first. And then we'll talk about my number one organic, which is free traffic source. How I went from 0 to 2,000 leads in my first 60 days starting out online. Free to paid strategy. How do we take the free audience that's following us and turn them into actual paying customers? And without selling them, without like being, you guys know how it goes. We're going to talk about how you can ascend them from free to paid, where it feels more empowering and rolling. How I still use this exact strategy today. We'll talk about setting your intentions and outcomes. And then the daily 7 method that I'll be sharing with all of you will be focused on this during the 30-day sprint. And then automated community ascension model, right? Also known as, how do we make money? How do we get people to from our free socials and different traffic sources to join a free community? And what do we do next? What content do we need in place? And I'll just give you a hint. You don't need a lot of content, okay? You don't need the offer. It's going to build itself. And it'll be built with your community and their feedback and what they're looking for. And how do we turn that into an offer that sells, from people just finding your community, going through some of your content, and then buying your product from you? And we've never had a better tool, in my opinion, in the history of internet marketing to do that, which is School. And I'm not going to downplay other softwares. They can work. I've tested many of them. But all of you know, and most of you are on School, and you already believe the value. So I'm not going to try to sell you on School today and try to convince you. I think just some of the things I'll share today, you'll just see it naturally and why I'm so all in on the platform. So time, money, resistance. Any of those strategies I mentioned can work, right? If you're focused on organic or paid or SEO or cold outreach, sales calls, all that stuff. But what one do you want to focus on? And I think it comes down to, again, asking the questions that will invite the revelations that you probably already know. But do you want to spend time to grow an audience? Do you have the money and willing to spend the money to grow your audience with paid strategies? And there's so many different tactics, strategies, all these things in each category, free or paid traffic, right? But what do you have the least resistance to? This is the question. Again, because they could all work, but which one are you least resistant to? So when I think about when I first started, it was 2018. I was serving tables. I knew 2019 is my year. I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to leave this job. I'm going to start a community. It's what all the people I see that are winning are doing. And I didn't have time. I didn't have time to go do a lot of the things people were telling me I should be doing. I was working 12 hours a day in a restaurant, 7 days a week. I had this massive student loan debt, $114,000 after dropping out of college that I had to figure out how I'm going to handle. I was living check to check, right? I was serving tables, so I didn't even really have a check. I was working for tips. Any other servers here watching? Anyone in the service industry, right? You know how it is. Your checks are usually zero because they're taxed on your tips. But anyway, I had a massive resistance to publishing. What am I going to say? I don't have results. I don't have an audience. Like, how do I grow one? I think there's this catch 22 that people are unaware of. So and still even today, I have a lot of resistance to publishing content. I might not seem it, but there's a resistance there. I didn't know how to run ads. I had zero following, no list, no one knew me. So thinking about how am I going to grow this thing that I'm creating, I just knew that ads and content were kind of out of the picture for me if I wanted to move quickly on this. So what was it, right? My top organic traffic strategy that a lot of you are probably already doing without even knowing it. And everything changed within 60 days of going all in on this strategy. I went from 0 to 2,000 leads, not just like followers, but I'm talking people that joined my community, gave me their email address. I was finally growing a list for the first time ever. Within a few months, I made $85,000 in sales. Didn't even have my own product yet. In the beginning, I was just selling ClickFunnels affiliate. I became a ClickFunnels Dream Car winner, so I referred 100 people to ClickFunnels. And if you guys know that software, it helps you build your websites and funnels and marketing and products, things like that. And if you get 100 people signed up, you get this Dream Car Award. They pay for your car every month. And no, this isn't trying to sell ClickFunnels. To be honest, you guys, this is crazy for me to even say. Like with school, I don't even believe there's a real need for funnels anymore. Your community is the funnel. It's remarkable what they built for us. But anyway, I launched my first course after doing 2 months of research from my community members, and I'll share with you like how to figure that out and what do they need, what do they want, and I just went and learned it and figured it out and got one step ahead and took imperfect action, even though I was feeling all the uncomfortable things like imposter syndrome and I'm not an expert, all of that, and I did it anyway. Launched my first course. I became somewhat known. All right, I started out brand new, all from what I'm going to share with you here. So what this is really about today, if you're feeling resistant to ads and creating content on all the platforms, which could feel so overwhelming sometimes, how to identify and tap into your niche's category king's traffic and become a leader among followers and build something that solves a problem that can bridge the gap that those people are having. That's what this is really about. So some questions I want you to ask yourself when you think about just the idea you might have. You don't need the offer, but like the simplest way to start a community is like, who do you want to hang out with? What could you talk about every single day? You know, we all have interests and hobbies and passions, and your first community might not be the winning thing. And that's really okay. But imagine how much experience you can gain if you launch a community in the next 30 days and just go through the daily steps. Actually, the less emotionally attached you are to it, the better off you're going to be, because you could take this idea and just go do it imperfectly, knowing that it's going to be the first one, knowing that it probably might not work out, but all the skills you will gain from actually experiencing and going through this, you'll be able to launch the right one the next time, right? And for some of you, most of you, you'll probably actually end up hitting out of the park and surprise yourself. So I'd ask myself, like, who do I want to surround myself with? What can I create content in, or who can I interview to bring people in to share with my audience? So where are these people already hanging out? What are other leaders in the space doing that are having success with this niche? What is your audience's number one goal? What are they trying to do that isn't working? Like, what are they working on? And all these things they're learning and doing that aren't working for them. And can you create some simple solution for them? And when you create that, it's basically something you give away for free, right? People know it as a lead magnet. And people are saying, I want that. And they're like, well, come join my community. You get it free. It's pinned at the top of the community and it's in the classroom. And you don't have to worry about what that is yet. We're going to do that in the 30 days. And then think about, how can I capture attention and provide a solution and get more people from other bigger communities to come see what I'm doing and join my community. So here's what I did. This was back in 2019. Or actually late 2018, as I was on my way out of quitting my job. And I created a community. At this time, school wasn't around, so it was a Facebook group. And I created a free resource based on the need of the market that I was looking at. They were having a hard time making money with the software. So I created a free resource called Sales Funnel Mastery, 5 Ways to Monetize on ClickFunnels. And I put this resource together. I actually didn't even know a lot of these traffic strategies and monetization strategies. So I brought in experts. I asked them to come teach my people for 1 hour. I got 5 people to say yes. And I put it all into a free resource. I optimized my social media profile by creating this cover photo you see. If you go into my Facebook and you scroll all the way back to the beginning, I've had many cover photos since then. This was my first one for business. Before that, it was like family and friends, and I was so uncomfortable to like put this up. You know what I mean? You guys probably been there, but I did it anyway. And I want to make sure if people find my profile, there is information on what they can learn and what they can do with me by joining my community, which there's a link in the description. So I optimized my profile. I filmed one simple video. I took my best shot at the perfect webinar script, which was basically me trying to do something for the first time. And, you know, it ended up working, which was really cool because I was just being real. But I filmed one video, I pinned it to the top of my community, and I started to get to work. I'm like, now I have a place where people can join and get the information and actually not even just get, but contribute to the community that we're building. A lot of the communities that you're building, it's not about people coming to get value. The value that they'll receive is the value that they give. And we talk a lot about that in the Community Creators Club. And a lot of you guys are pouring into it. So I thank every single one of you for being a part of that. But what I did next, once I had that set up, I tapped into one community, right? I'm like, if I'm helping people with this specific software, where are most of those people hanging out? Well, that company has a community. So I joined it and I just started showing up. I very uncomfortably made this first post. This was March 12th, 2019, but I was probably sorry, not my first post in the community, but like the first one I really like had to think about and open up to share, because if you look here, you probably can't see, it's blurry, but this was a screenshot of my negative bank balances and I'm like, I just got to put it out there where I'm at, where I'm going. And that's what I said. I just put it out there for everyone to see. I wanted to claim my goals. So I kind of zoomed into this area here. So I posted, so I wanted to not only write this post to thank Russell, but as my community post for 2019, my accountability post for 2019. This year, I will do something every day to help me hit my goals. To pay off my $97,000 in student loan debt, get the Dream Car Award, help 1,000 people master sales funnels, place top 10 on the One Funnel Away leaderboard, get into the 2 Comma Club, speak on stage at Funnel Hacking Live 2020, join Russell Brunson's Inner Circle, get my tribe to Funnel Hacking Live, and have them walk stage with me. And I'm putting this out here so I can look back and use this post in my Funnel Hacking Live presentation slides. Mind you, this was right around the time I'm negative in the bank. I had paid off some of my student loan, right, 114 down to $97,000. I had my community going, but I was still just trying to figure it all out. I mean, bold claims. I'm going to speak on stage at Funnel Hacking Live 2020. It takes people years to accomplish that, and most never will. So it's kind of funny looking back, like how courageous I was, but I put it out there. That was step one. And I knew that I just wanted to show up in this community, learn from them, implement and share what I was doing behind the scenes as well as in my business. And that's exactly what I did. But the funny thing is, it obviously didn't take me a year to accomplish a lot of those goals, but I made every single one of them happen. And it's because of the community that I started back when it was uncomfortable. So this was me on stage at Funnel Hacking Live just this past year. So it did take me 4 years, but I did get up there. I got up on stage at Funnel Hacking Live, and I remembered this post and one of my slides in that presentation in front of thousands of people. And were you guys there? FHL in the chat, if you guys were there. I kind of blacked out, didn't really remember much, but I heard it was good. And I pulled up this slide and I said, you guys, like, this was back when I made this post, and just wanted to really show people, like, you got to start somewhere. And it was just really cool, full circle moment to pull up this post and show what community has done for me, and that community specifically, right? So that was really cool. So let's flash back here. You know, I want to go back to that because a lot of people who here is really just starting out. A lot of you guys you're already at this, maybe 6 figures a year, 7 figures a year, maybe you're beyond that. That's awesome. But I find most people that are joining our community, they're like, I'm just looking to get some traction. I feel super overwhelmed. I just want to know what to do. And that's why I'm creating this 30-day sprint for everybody. So what I did, I found one community, and here's what I did. I showed up every single day in that community. Even I had 5 minutes before I had to run to work before I quit. I documented the journey. I called my shot. I served people. I built my own audience. I led them to my community. And a lot of people talk about like, what do we post? How do we do this? And what does documenting the journey even mean, right? I just want to explain that. Documenting the journey to me is just showing up, posting authentically each day, like not just adding value. Like, yeah, I gave value, but I didn't have at the time in my mind, in my own mind, I didn't have a lot of value to provide. I was pretty new. So I just documented behind the scenes what I was excited about, what I was doing, sharing my wins along the way. And I still asked a lot of questions because I'm always a student first, even to this day. I'm always looking to be student first, test things, bring them to the people that I know I could help with the solutions. And I just talked to people, right? Post comments, even in Messenger. And I wasn't really trying to sell anything. I honestly didn't have much to sell besides a free community. But that to me was more important than making actual sales because I knew what it would lead to. It would lead to me figuring out what I need to learn about my community to create something that I know that they're going to help me create and design. Right. So a lot of trying to figure things out online is how to figure out how to be human online, because sometimes it's so easy to get in the DMs and all these people that you might have experienced this, not just on other platforms, but even school, getting a DM directly saying, hey, come join my $1,000 a month program. Here's why you should join. Like, that's the first message you send me. Come on. It's like going to a gas station. I like this analogy because it's practical. It's like you're pumping your gas and a stranger walks up and just tells you their whole life story, hands you a business card and says, buy my stuff. Like, that's not what people do in real life, right? But that's what we're doing in Messenger sometimes. We'll send them this long paragraph about everything, and then all of a sudden, here's a link to buy my stuff. And it's like, what if you just talk to people? What if you could actually learn from that person? What if it's a peer collaborator? And what if it is someone you can help? They don't want to be pitched, but you could together explore options. And that's why I love having a free community, because instead of trying to sell something, I'm like, hey, based on like what I'm hearing, like I have this resource. Would that help you? I think that could be beneficial. If you want to check it out, come join our community. And I'm not doing that in the first interaction, but what I'm trying to say here is like, how do we just become human online again in a time of AI and automations and all the things? And don't get me wrong, we use automations, we have processes, but I don't think we can fully be removed, and nor should we want to be, right? This is something I want people to be excited about building. And this is when it really hit me. So I was showing up daily, and some days I missed, let's be real, life, right? But it was a moment when January 3rd, this is January. So I'd spent most of January posting every day, just trying to do what I can before I called that big shot in March. But my friend Matt posted, since joining ClickFunnels Group, I have seen and heard people jumping up, telling people to join ClickFunnels through their affiliate link. I want to try something different. I want to know whose affiliate link would you recommend and why? Don't give me your own, recommend someone else's link and tell me why they are the person to go through. And I remember pulling up this community that day and just, I was tagged a bunch of notifications. I'm like, what is going on? And on this post, it's like almost every comment was my name, right? Learned a lot from this guy, Doug. Doug is the real deal. I can't believe it's, yeah, okay, that's me. Where is the magical Facebook group of Doug's, right? So everyone's commenting my name. Some people are even saying, I'll help you find the community. And this just kept going on and on. And out of all the 50 comments on this post, it's like, there's only 2 or 3 other people that were even mentioned, who were like people I really looked up to, by the way. These were like dream car winners and stuff like that. So I was just honored, but that's when it really hit me. It's like, wow, what I'm doing, which was hard to do, which is like, how do I not just try to sell people? Because to be real with you guys, I had been trying to make it online 7 years part-time. I'd come home from the restaurant, work in the nights, and I tried so many different things. So many different things. And then when I just stopped trying to sell anything and everything to anybody that was willing to listen or pay, I finally had some traction on that. But I had to stop selling. I just had to just pause and do the things I'm going to share with you here today. And within 60 days, things really took off. So are you willing to put in 30, 60, 90 days of doing something the right way that will collapse time and not cost you 7 years of saying, I'll do it 6 months from now. Oh, it's another year's gone by, right? So that's what I really want to do in these next 30 days and help you see results like this. After doing that, I had 500 members in 22 days join my community, 1,000 members in 38 days, 2,000 members in under 60 days. Day 59, we had 2,000 members in this community. And naturally, because of that, I offer my free trainings and the free course that I had for them. And in that course was a link for them to sign up to ClickFunnels. I didn't even have my own product at this moment. And what I was doing was getting feedback. I was getting social proof, testimonials, reviews, and really just asking the questions of like, what's next? What would you be willing to pay for? And at this point, people were like, what's your paid thing? Like, I want to work with you. And I'm like, this is madness, because I don't even know what that could look like. But I achieved that first goal, hit the ClickFunnels Dream Car Award. So just 2 months into this, creating a community, going to find other communities that I can pour value into and ask questions and get known, really started seeing these goals come into my reality. And one of the coolest things was becoming a leader among followers. The leader of the community himself recognized me. And I ended up getting an interview. This is my first ever interview, which was Russell Brunson. If you guys don't know Russell, he's big time in our online marketing world. And I was super nervous. Like, I threw up this weird calendar on the wall. It wasn't even the right month. I'm like, I don't even know what to do right now. But it was a really cool moment because I realized like, wow, like this is really going places quickly for me. And I think that's it. People look at me, go into other communities and just take members. No, that's not what we're doing. We're trying to fill the gaps and help the community, make it a win-win situation, because when you do that, you can get the attention of the leaders of those communities, and it could lead to interviews and joint ventures. I've done many partnerships with launches with Russell to these days, and I've spent a lot of time with him. But I think that's like the power of giving value, showing up, and just going for whatever goals you have in an aligned way, not just trying to sell people. And that's what happened. And then based on all the information I was gathering from my members, I was talking to them. I was even jumping on 15-minute Zoom calls with them. I was really just trying to get the information of what's next. What's your next problem? How can I help you solve it? How can I make a paid version of my free course? And that's what I did. But in the beginning, this was my affiliate revenue. You can see there was almost nothing up until January. January, I started my group, nice little monthly reoccurring. And then all of a sudden in February, it spiked up to $27,000 in recurring revenue. And then each month I kept getting more affiliate sales. But in March, I took all the information that I've been collecting and researching from my community members and launched my first course. And I didn't do an event. I didn't do a live. I simply put out one written post. And because of everybody that was getting value in the community, that post got 500 comments. I ended up reaching out to them, and it even said, hey, this isn't free. It's going to be a paid program. It's going to be 6 weeks, and it's going to be selling for $1,000 when it's fully done. But if you want to be a founding member to help me build this together, here's what those 6 weeks are going to look like. And that's what they knew. It wasn't ready. They knew they were going to be a part of it, building it together. And I just had the outline. And for $697 for the founding members, I sold 44 people. So I made $23,000 on Stripe and another $11,000 in PayPal money. And then I did another 20-something thousand dollars in affiliate in March. So $85,000 in 2 months after starting, and really starting from scratch, no following, no ads or anything like that. And I didn't even run ads for probably years later after this moment. I've always been organic, even right now, still fully organic. I've tried the ad thing, and maybe we'll do that someday, but I just love the warmth of connecting with people. And sometimes that's hard to do in a cold ad, right? And that course ended up going on to do $1 million, hit my next goal, 2 Comma Club award in 18 months. And I know that's all great, but I want to talk about you. Like, how can you do these things? Because I'm still doing this very strategy today. The platform has changed. The communities have changed. And that's just what happens with the industry that you're in. Things will change, but the principle is timeless, right? It goes back to the first days of humankind. So how am I still doing this today? Well, doing this with school. A lot of you guys are in our community creators club, right? CCC in the chat if that's you and you're loving it. I'd love to know, like, what do you guys, even if you're brand new, maybe you just joined today, like, what's your biggest takeaway so far of seeing what we're doing in that community? My goal is to make it the best free community on the internet. Okay. And I know it's going to take time to do that. I'm just looking at, like, what are other communities doing that I don't like? What are they doing that I do like? How can I make it more simple? How can I provide a plan for? How can I unite the people and really get them excited to show up each day? And because it's free, people throw rocks at free communities. Like, I'm just going to do paid. And I love that. But doing content to a paid thing is going to take a lot longer. It could take months, if not years, for people to actually convert. Doing paid ads to a paid product is going to spend, you're going to spend a lot of money. And the most reason people do that, because they don't want to do a free thing, is because, well, people come in and take advantage of free, and then you get spammers and you get all this other stuff. But you guys could see what we're doing in the Community Creators Club, right? I mean, if people are lurking, hashtag no lurkers, they got 14 days to level up to level 2 or they're out. And it's out of love. It's not like I want them to stay. I'm trying to give them the easiest way to stay and get this information. But as we go into July 1st, I honestly don't want the lurkers to have the information that you guys are going to get. Action takers only, because I know you're going to put it to work. I know that you're going to get amazing results. All right. So new community, new platform, but I'm doing the same exact things. I went out and I heard what people need. Well, a lot of people that are creating communities are struggling with the free thing. They're like, how do I get the right people in? How do I get people engaging? How do I get activity up? How do I find out what they're going to be willing to pay for? And how do I create the paid thing? How much content do I need in my community, right? All these questions you probably have, we're going to solve every single one of them in the simplest way, one piece at a time, every single day, July 1st through the 31st. All right. So what I focused on was doing the same thing I did back in 2019. I said, hey, if I'm helping people at free communities and really create a free community that will enroll their best members into customers without having to sell like most people teach, I know my community members are on school already. So let me go become known in that community. And when this school games came out, I just went all in. And if you guys don't know about the school games and you guys said you have a school community, you got to get in this community. So you have to have a school community. I mean, it's $99 a month to create your own community. But what you'll find in here is so much more valuable, even if you're not like building your own community yet. $99 a month to have access to this community. I'm learning so much. And so it's not just me posting my value in here. I'm actually asking a lot of questions. If you guys all know Alex Hermosi, I mean, to work with the guy, your business must be doing $30 million or $3 million per year to apply to work with him. And there's probably thousands on the application list. And then if you did get a meeting with him and he wants to work with you, he takes equity in that company. Amazing opportunity, but most people are in at 3 million. And he doesn't even have a mastermind. If he did, his mastermind would probably be $100,000 to be a part of easily, right? And it'd be worth it. However, just for being a school user, you have your own school community for $99 per month. You get access to the school games. You could jump on every Monday, be on a call with Alex Hermosi and Sam Ovens and the top community creators on school, learning from them, contributing to the conversation. That's unreal, right? So I hope to see you guys on the Monday calls inside of the school games. That just blew my mind when I saw that they were doing that. But, one of my goals is like, hey, how can I get the attention of Sam and Alex, and how can I contribute to what they're building and make it a win-win situation? And now I've got Sam reaching out. I've been on Zoom calls with him. It's really cool to be a part of what they're doing. And it's by showing up in the community, right? One of the first posts back earlier this year, he was like, who do you think's given the most value? And my name was on that list. So again, very little time, started doing the same thing. And again, it's like, yeah, I know I have the experience, but I didn't have that when I started. I'm just doing the same exact thing. Posting almost daily, giving value, sharing behind the scenes, sharing my wins. And I'm still asking a ton of questions. And again, talking to people, post comments, messaging certain people that I could connect with or that stood out to me. And again, not to even invite this to my community. I really am curious about people. So it's about going back to the basics. No matter what niche you're in, there are communities online. There are places where those people are hanging out. And I would just go do this list of these things in those communities. It might even be like the person that is best known inside of your industry on Instagram. And every time they go live, every time they make a post, go be the first person to comment on that. People are going to start to see your name, especially them. And who knows what it could lead to, right? So it doesn't have to be like technically a school community or a Facebook group. Like this could work for really any platform where people are showing up and publishing. So, and if you don't have time to do that, it only takes 5 minutes to go and do something every day. And if you have more time, the more you put in, the more you're going to get out. All right. Find that time, put it on your calendar. If not working from a calendar, then we should talk because I think it's super important to help you optimize that. But I want to talk about intention and outcome, especially for those of you who are part of our Community Creators Club and you're going to be a part of these next 30 days starting July 1st. I want you to write down some goals and share them in our community. Call your shot, say where you are, where you're going, and let's go along the journey with you. And I want you to take your people with you. I think that's more inspiring for people than seeing results, right? That's what I did. I didn't have results, but I'm like, hey, this is what I'm doing. Here's where I'm going. I know like every day, if I just continue to focus on these goals and intentions and know the outcomes, know the target, I'm going to eventually reach them. So right now, I want to be the number one community on school. I'm coming for you, Adonis. I think it's Adonis right now. Maybe he keeps going back and forth with forget the other name of the, maybe you guys know. But anyway, number one community on school. I want 100% active members in the community. And let's just go like 99% because there will always be new people joining at level 1, you know what I mean? But I want everyone active. And if not, they got limited time to become active or we're going to go separate ways. And that's fine too. I want you to hold those standards for your own communities. I want to be on their stage. It sounds like they might be doing an in-person event, Sam and Alex. I don't know for sure, but just sounding like where they might be going and they're doing in-person events. Like I could see them having an annual event for school community, right? How cool would that be? And I don't care if it takes me another 5 years. I want to be up there sharing my story to inspire other people. And I want to be the top affiliate for school. It's something I'm really passionate about. It's helping people create communities. And if they're not even sure what to do, go and help people set up school communities. Guys, I believe that every business could use school. Churches, they could have their calendar up there, their volunteer schedule. They could have monthly donations, car washes, restaurants. They could put their specials in there for their, you know, it's like basically like a newsletter or email list, but way better, right? So who could you help go set up school? Start with being a school affiliate. You get $39 every single month for every active account. Go help them be successful on the platform. And that's why I'm so intentional with helping every one of you who sign up to school with my link, because I want to see you win. I want to create that win-win-win situation. I want to help 10,000 people create communities on school. I want that GOAT badge, right? The current leader has 132,000 monthly recurring revenue. Basically the GOAT badge, if you guys haven't seen the badges, you have like the GOAT, that's the person leading MRR on the platform. You have the diamond, I believe, if you have $100,000 in monthly recurring revenue through your community. You have the crown, which is $30,000 monthly recurring or more. And then you have the rocket, $10,000 to $30,000 monthly recurring revenue. So it's just another fun thing that they're doing, and it sets these milestones. And if you don't have monthly recurring revenue yet, they also have the fire badge. Who here has a fire badge? Drop a fire emoji in the chat. That's for posting or doing 10 activities in the community for 30 days in a row. Pretty cool. So anyway, I know my goals. I want to know, what are your goals? Maybe you only have one major goal. And this could be, 5 years out, 1 year. Try to get laser though by the end of 2025. What's your number one goal? Drop it in the chat. What do you want to see? What's your intention? What's your outcome? Why do you want to go do something? I think probably this could be false. Like I know for me, it's not true, but I think most people don't want a community. I love it. It's something that really inspires me. Most people look at it as like a chore thing to do, but I want to help you see it as something you love doing and you enjoy showing up to. Like you're excited to wake up to go see what your community is up to. It's like a newfound passion that I feel lately because of all of you. And, but why do you want the community? What comes from that? Like for me, it's like, I want to meet more people. I want to do more house builds together. We do a few per year that you guys could actually be a part of. We're giving back to 100 families in need. We set $1 million pledge and we're got a long way to go, but we're doing it. And thank you to all those of you who have contributed to that. It's wait until you will have a chance, hopefully, if you're watching this, to be there. I know I see Allie in here. Allie got a chance to come on our last build. Magic. It's just pure magic being there. But what is it? What is it for you? Because you need to know what that is to keep going on the hard days. And hopefully you have a community that lifts you up and motivates you. But everything I've said is great, right? And you're like, I don't know, like, but how do I actually do this? Like you're saying, document the journey, show up. Well, I have a tracking sheet. We're going to talk about other traffic strategies, by the way, in the 30 days. Some of you guys might not feel called to do this, but I want to find out what's the least resistant for you. And if you're resistant like I am to ads and content, this could be your path. And this is something I still do to this day. And it's a simple Google Sheet. This Google Sheet literally changed my life. This is what I was using and still use to this day, not some fancy software, a simple Google Sheet that allowed me to track my progress back in 2019 to go get those results you saw. And why a simple Google Sheet? Because Alex says it himself, simple scales, fancy fails. Like I've tried all the other different softwares. Like you don't need it. Just like a simple Google Sheet. And this is what it looks like. Some of you guys already have this. If not, you're going to get this in the 30-day sprint. And I just want you to connect with 25 people. And it doesn't matter what the platform is. I have that in there, but like, how can you connect with 25 people? Maybe it's follows on Instagram, subscribes on YouTube. Maybe it's follow on school, Facebook, whatever. But how can you connect with 25 people? And then I want you to engage with them, right? We got to give, we got to pour in. So go engage with their stuff. Go actually not just give it a like, but read it, comment, maybe even reach out and say what spoke to you. And then I want you to post to your social profile, choose one platform in the next 30 days and just document there. And then what you could do is go post in that other community, maybe one, I wouldn't pick more than 3, but choose that 1 or 2 or 3 communities that you want to go become known in. And then anyone who's commenting on your content on your social or community, like just send them a message and thank them and just have a conversation and say like, hey, I noticed this, we have this in common, or, hey, I had a quick question. I was listening to your podcast 5 minutes in, you said this, like, that was brilliant. Can you tell me more about that? And then top-down follow-up, because a lot of the conversations people have, they're just trying to send new messages every day and sell. Like, that's not right. You're putting in all this relationship building. Who have you already connected with? Go start the conversations with the people that are, already in your community or the are close to joining and so forth. And then you'll get to the point of sending out, new engagements, new things like that. Work top down. Is that making sense? And last but not least, make an offer. And I'm not saying go sell, but like make an offer for somebody. Hey, I have this resource. I think it could support you in this. You said you were looking to do that. I have this. Make an offer for them to come make a post in your community and share their value. Like I've reached out to a few of you. I'm like, hey, that post was gold, or that comment you said about, what you're doing. Can you go make a full post in the community on that? That's an offer. Make them an offer. You don't have to an offer isn't just selling something. So that's our daily 7. And a lot of you might choose this for your 30-day sprint and be very successful at it. Some of you guys might have different daily production, but I want you to at least have, what can you do every day for the next 30 days that feels in alignment to you, that you don't feel resistant to or as resistant to, because new things will always create resistance, but we're going to work through it together as a team, as a community. And I want you to really stick with one plan every single day for the 30 days. As I mentioned, top down work, we always get questions about top down. So I'm just going to have a visual for you guys to read here. You want to start with the conversations and the engagements of customers who have already completed your offers. If you're selling products, be the customers always first, right? Your fulfillment first approach. And then those who maybe were in your lower end workshop or trainings or one-off purchases that you're selling in school. And if you don't have those, we're going to design them for you this month. And then talk to your members who have gone through your free trainings and that are showing up in the community. Like, who here has watched your welcome video, your welcome course, your free lead course, your lead magnet course. Members engaging in the community, who's introducing themselves, who's on the top 10 leaderboard, who's really showing up. Members joining your community, message your new members and welcome them. And not just the automated post, but follow up and like say, hey, I know you just got our automated message, but I'm excited to see you here. And then focus on your audience engaging with your content on other platforms like social media and things like that. And then you could go focus on where is my audience hanging out and meet new people. If all you do is this and you're letting this go, everything you're doing for that outreach and engagement it's not leading anywhere. So that's why I've prioritized top down. Hope that's helpful. A lot of you guys probably know this is nothing new for you, but just a reminder for you. All right. So don't be like most people. Find your in the conversation. Get curious about who you're talking to. What do you already know about them? There's a lot of information, even on school. You can click on their profile. They got links to their websites, socials. They have a bio. They have other communities they're in, their activity levels, right? Dig deeper. Go and find out. Ask them. Make it conversational. Stay organized with your daily 7. Follow up. Just stay consistent. I promise you, every single one of your goals is on the other side of consistency, even if that consistency isn't daily, right? You can be inconsistently consistent. Just don't quit and you'll make it. That's it. Just don't quit. So where's this all leading to? This is something we really talk about in our Community Creators Club is our automated community ascension model. Drop a CPA in the chat, Community Profit Accelerator, CPA in the chat. If you've gone on to buy our workshop, you joined our free community, you saw our free training, and you're like, hey, this is good stuff. I want to go and take that next step. And I think that the 5 sessions in the Community Profit Accelerator workshop is the next move, right? You went from maybe finding me on social media or wherever it was, and then you joined the community, got some value, contributed to the value, and you bought the Community Profit Accelerator workshop, right? There's a bunch of you saying, I already saw like 20, 30, 40 of you. That's awesome, right? And I don't think I messaged any of you to sell you that personally. I don't think that's just something, maybe I connected with a few guys to give you some details, but for the most part, you just did it on your own, right? That's what I want to help you do in your communities, where it feels good. Like you are giving what people are receiving, like this is what I wanted to hear. This is what I need right now. And then they stumble upon the link to your paid thing. And now with with school one-time payments, they might just click on the locked module, see how much it is, and click one time and to buy it. Like there's so many cool features now that are coming that are gonna help you guys monetize. So it's about ascending them from free to paid. We're going to dive in really deep to talk about what can that be for your community in the next 30 days. I want all of you leaving the 30 days sprint, if you don't have an offer yet, just to create something that can start liquidating the effort or the ad spend that you're putting in, whether it's content, time, or ads money. But this is what it looks like in a nutshell. It's like content and advertising, and your content in this case can be contributing to other communities, getting people into your own community, figuring out what can you create for them or create together as a free valuable asset, and then getting them to some kind of paid product. For us, it's our $37 workshop. I love virtual events. So the Community Profit Accelerator workshop is 5 sessions that you can go through. If you guys haven't seen it, I'm biased, but I think it's a great workshop that you can go through for $37, and you get accountability from Jeremy, my brother, who's been by my side since day 1 and knows probably more than I do in a lot of things. So we're supporting you through that. And then ultimately, those who finish the workshop, if you finish the workshop, you probably not everyone probably got an invite, but some of you guys got an invite to join our coaching program, our academy, our Audience Conversion Academy. And because of this process, if you do decide to go create something more on the, like some people call it high ticket or whatever, like, coaching, mentorship, or high level, like a course, this is only going to attract action takers. So why do I kick out people that are lurking? Because if that person ever bought anything from me, I know they're not going to do anything with it. I don't care about the $37 or the investment that I'm making from them to invest in our program. Obviously, it helps, but what I want is results for people. I want to see them move forward and grow in this journey. And by having this ascension model, if you are a coach, I'm sure you've had this before where people buy your thing and then they don't show up and then they say it doesn't work and all these, like, I don't want any of that. I want everyone who joins our program to be an action taker, and that's what this is producing. So I know when people do say yes to our coaching, they're going to show up, they're going to put in the work, and they're going to get amazing results. So if anything, this model is really going to bring you the people that you get to work with, not just one-off, but people that will stay with you for the long haul, get results, send you referrals, give you testimonials. And that's why I love what we're helping all of you build out. And even if you just do pieces of this. All right. So visually, if you guys are like me, I like to see like, what does this actually look like? Well, content and ads. They join your free community, your free course. You have that all laid out. If you're not sure what that's going to be, we're going to, again, 30 days is going to solve that for you. It will help you create one paid product. It could be a low ticket, one time. It could be a membership. It could be a program. And then usually the one-off, the lower end program, as far as the investment, like our $37 thing, typically leads to either our front end membership or our coaching program. right? So that's what it looks like for our company. And just want to share some results. And I'd love seeing all of your results, by the way. And I can't wait to see we're going to have so many of you sharing your results in the next 30 days. And it's not even for me. Like, I don't even care to, like, of course, I want to brag and show you off and feature you and give you spotlights and stuff like that. We'll do member spotlights, but it's really for you. It's for you to see your wins and just have that, because that brings confidence, and it also inspires other members in the community. So after the first 3 months from school, we've done some pretty cool things from this model. By the way, like, you guys will see this number, 2,190 members, and now we're at 1,000 because we got rid of 1,600 people. Like, yesterday we are below 1,000. I think we cracked 1,000 again today. So if you're in, you're like, level up to level 2. I want you to stay a part of this. But anyway, over 2,000 members, 228 challenge ticket sales. That's our workshop sales. That's 11%. I think we're actually a little above 10.4. So we're 11% people that are joining our free community are working with us in some capacity as far as paying for our workshop. We had 89 upsells, 39% conversion. You guys took us up on our ad course that we have. And then 58 new clients have come in, 25% conversion from, and that's actually up to 26% now, from people that became a customer, are working with us in our program now. And over $14,000 in school affiliate. Actually, I passed like 17,000 today. And the reason I share this, I just want you to know it's possible. Like, I was brand new to this platform. I know I wasn't brand new to the business, but I'm doing the same things I did when I started out. And I know that you can do the same things. And if you're considering, like, who here has a Facebook group, just put FB in the chat. I'm not going to rip you up. Like, I love Facebook. I'm hurting. I'm mourning right now because my start was Facebook groups. And I see my 8,000 member group. It hurts me to, like, even walk away. Yeah, I don't know. Like, maybe you guys feel it too, but I just feel like the platform's doing a lot of things to take away from our communities. So I'm going to go naturally where the excitement is and the features that are going to help support people. And it's just not Facebook anymore. And as much as I want to say they're dead, they can work, but you're going to work twice as hard. It's almost like getting on a trend while it's dying. And who knows, maybe something miracle will happen and will change. But this is an image, by the way, from a community I'm in, over 50,000 people on Facebook. I look back 2020, this was the biggest group for marketers. They would go live and have literally 1,000 people on. Comments were in the thousands. This was them last week. I just went to go see what they were up to. I'm like, I remember that. How are they doing? And they happened to be live coincidentally. They had 7 people out of 50,000 people watching. I'm just like, man, that just, I feel like, validates this move to school that I've made. And hopefully you guys feel that too. And if you're in Facebook, I don't want you to feel bad. I just want to help you transition. So we could help you in the next 30 days, move your group, get them re-excited to be a part of what you're building over on school. This is just one post in our Community Creators Club, you guys. 3,000 comments. Like, this is like how Facebook groups were back when they first started getting hot. And imagine being one of the first people to start a community for, I don't know, gardening, dog lovers. Like, it doesn't have to be business related. In fact, some of the top communities on school are just interest-based, hobby-based. The people that on Facebook groups that made these groups that have now hundreds of thousands of people in them have gone on to make millions of dollars from their community. Like, why not start here with a platform that I don't think will die out? Like, I see the vision of Sam and Alex and their goals and the names that they're bringing to the platform. Wait until you guys see. I can't confirm it, but I've seen some really big names that we're going to start promoting this to their community. So just wanted to highlight that and say that you can do a Facebook group, but you're going to work a lot harder. And I want to help you see it and get out of the denial that I was in for a long time, because I don't want you to wait on this. My Facebook group, not quite 8,000, it's about 8,000 members, almost there. 17 active members this month, right? 8,000, what's 17 divided by 8,000 times 100? I think that's less than 1% activity. It's 0.2. It's 0.02 activity percent. That's crazy. School, and yes, I'll just be transparent here. We did remove 1,000 members or 1,600 members. So our activity went up because we got rid of unactive people. But I mean, even before we did that, we were around 60, then we dropped to 41. but I changed some things that I'm sharing with you in the community. We went up to 64%, and then we're getting rid of all the people that weren't doing anything. We're at 83% active. But even 50% is better than 0.001, 0.002% active. So I just want to share that with you guys. But what does that all mean? Like, what is activity? What is engagement? Like vanity, right? But I don't know, it excites me. But really it's about building a business, and you don't have to just teach making money and teaching school to make money. There's a lot of opportunity for you, and we're going to share those things that you can do in a month ahead. So now, this was just in the last month for our workshop sales. So it's around $8,000 in workshop sales. We have 83% active members. 11% of our free members are buying that product. And then 26% of those members are ended up joining our Audience Conversion Academy to really go to that next level, get more access and support, and a lot of the things that we give you to shortcut your time to implementing, and just being a part of a group of people all doing the same thing, everyone with the same intentions and goals. So that's kind of the percentages. And if you think about like even marketing, like the old way, it's usually ads and traffic to a funnel. And you're lucky if that funnel converts at 3%. And people that opt in will unsubscribe. And the people that don't opt in, you're going to lose forever because you can't even track anymore. The retargeting is all off. With a community, this is just, to me, like so much better than using a funnel. And it's more simple to set up. So your community is your funnel. And last but not least, I want to give you some action steps, right? We're going to be focused on this, creating your school community, find your people, talk to them, find out what's in the way. If you're not sure how to solve it, learn to solve it. You are capable, and then go create something that will help them solve their problem. Be consistent. Don't give up. You're going to have amazing results. So again, what I want to share with you, what we're getting to today is I've been mentioning the 30-day sprint. Are you guys excited for this? Just put 30 in the chat if you're excited to be a part of it. Just put a 0 if you're like, I don't know what that is yet. Tell me more. And if you don't care to hear more, then this is just going to probably be a waste of 10 minutes of your time. So you could leave if you want, but I'd love you to stay and learn about it, because it's just going to be amazing. And it's free. So I'm not selling anything. I'm going to encourage you to do one thing today. And I think it's going to make some of you uncomfortable, but I really see growth in getting uncomfortable. And we're going to do it together. Does it feel good to have all these people on your side that are in this room right now, and even more that are going to get the replay? So I want to do this together and work together for the next month. It's our 30-day community growth sprint. I've been working my butt off on all the things for you, and really just how can I make it as simple as possible to get one thing per day, one simple step a day. So it's really about to build, launch, and profit in the next 30 days from your free community. So it's like, well, it's free. How do you make money? Well, we're going to show you a bunch of ways. All right. Who here is already in? Just put a in the chat. If you've already gone into the classroom, you've already started exploring what this looks like. If not, it's in the classroom tab in the Community Creators Club. You'll click on the classroom. I think it's the 6th module. Just click on it. It looks like this. This replay, by the way, will be here for you. We have our kickoff call on Monday. We have 2 Q&A sessions this month, and we have our award ceremony on the last day of the month, July 31st, where a lot of you are going to win some really cool prizes. So that's really the live sessions will be here. Down here, there's already action steps. And I want to really highlight some of these for you because they're waiting for you today. If you've already completed some of these, awesome, but you might want to go and refine them. So you're going to choose your community topic. You click here, you read this post. These are long posts, but it only take you 5 minutes to read them. I'm getting videos created for you. So if you guys like video, you're like me, I promise you it's worth the read. So you're going to read the post, and you're going to do the action step underneath each one. So I want to help you first choose your community topic. These are going to be really insightful posts to help you. How to name your community about page, how to set that up so you can be discovered and found. And then today you'll be seeing our pre-work I'm dropping here after this call is how to set up your 3 questions and your automated direct message. We're going to talk about more setup stuff in the next few days. But by the 1st, if you finish this pre-work, you will have the shell. You'll have the skeleton for your community. You don't need courses and all the things you see that I have. It took me time to build that. I want to give you the simplest thing that you should have in the community. None of you guys could do this in the next few days until the 1st. And if you're watching this on the 1st, then you got a little catching up to do. Just take it day by day, do it imperfectly. And then starting on Monday, the 1st, every day, you'll see a new post here with a short video. I'm trying to make these like under 5 minutes where you watch and then you see the action step and you just do that one step. Don't think about end of the month, Rick, what am I going to sell? Just focus on the one thing that you see here each day and do your action step and comment and then post it in the community and then go look and see if you could provide any support to anybody else that's stuck. Let's do this together. So here's the pre-work. Again, it's going to look like this when you go through that section back here. When you click on those links, it looks like this. Daily action steps. I'm kind of repeating myself at this point, but you get one post / short video per day. You're going to get one action step per day. You're going to get feedback on your action steps from me, my team, and everyone here in the community. We're going to have some fun contests and prizes. I'll talk about that in a moment. Teamwork and accountability, support and guidance at every step of the way, every single day. All right, so the contest looks like this. It's going to be whoever gets the most amount of free community members in the next 30 days starting July 1st. So if you already have a community, you already have, let's say, 100 members in your free community, I'll show you guys instructions on Monday. You're going to take a screenshot on Monday. It has to be July 1st. So I got to make sure no one's cheating here. And you're going to take a picture of your current members. It could be 0, or well, at least be 1. You're going to be in it. Even if you have 100, we're going to look at that as your starting point. At the end of the month, you're going to go back to that same post, go find your comment, and you're right below your comment, you're going to post July 31st numbers. We're going to do the math. We're going to find the top 10 and all so on and so on. And of course, we'll be verifying. And I don't think any of you guys would use Photoshop. Don't do that. You don't want to do that. Let's play fair. So we're going to have a first place prize, second place prize, third place prize. We're also going to have top 10 prizes. And if you're thinking, well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish top 10, we have milestone prizes. If you just get 10 members in the next 30 days, you get a prize. I feel like Oprah now. If you get 25 members, you get a prize, 50, 100, 500,000. We're going to have milestone prizes is what I'm trying to say. So everybody's going to win. The only way you won't get at least 10 members is if you just don't do anything. But if you could handle 1 5-10 minute video a day, you could do one action step. And even if you get behind some days and you catch up later, that's fine too. So I just want to make sure you guys go at your own pace that you feel comfortable with. And we're going to have a celebration on the 31st. We're going to have our awards ceremony. Now, July 1st, that's next Monday, we're going to have our call just like this. It's going to be more of us all hanging out and talking. Like I know it's very me on slides today, but our kickoff call is going to be a little bit different. We're just going to start the kickoff. I'm going to give you instructions on that day, where to go post your screenshot. You need to have your community created by the kickoff call. And you probably want to get this going anyways, because you want to go through the pre-work, come up with your topic, come up with your first name. I say that because it might change later, and mine did, you know. So I want you to not overthink it. Just go create the community, and we'll get some things in place on Monday for you. You're going to post on the pin post. It's not there yet. So on Monday, we'll show you where that is and how to post your current screen grab of your current community account. We're going to have 2 calls and the award ceremony. All right. If there's any questions on that, let me know. It's pretty clear, right? So what to expect? What is this all doing for all of you? I want to help you have a highly engaged and active community. I want you to have confidence in your new offer or your refined offer if you already have an offer. I want to give you a full launch strategy to enroll people into your community, enroll them into their own visions, and enroll them into your offers. I want you to have new customers and clients for your business, even if that business is a question mark right now. We're going to do it together. A real and simple strategy to hit your goals by the end of the year. So last but not least, I want you to get started with your setup refinement today. So if you already have a community, how can we set up? How can we refine it? Can you dial in your message? Can you dial in your about page? Can you create that welcome post, right? Keep it simple. I want to just help you get it ready for July 1st to let more people in. We'll talk about different strategies too. You don't even have to open it up until like the 2nd, 3rd week. We'll talk about different strategies there for letting people in. To optimize your community, simple traffic strategies, ideal customer research, marketing message, offer creation, launch, and profit. So if you follow these steps by the end of this month, you will have something, whether maybe it's $1, maybe it's $1,000. I want to help you design that and be ready to have everything you need to confidently put that out there to your community members in 30 days. So why now? I know a lot of you guys, I'm about to drop a link for you to sign up to school. Okay. Just going to let you know. Why now? Why not Monday? Because I know a lot of you say, well, I want to optimize the 14-day free day, the 14 days for free, right? but I want you to get started today. Don't worry about the $99 a month, because when you follow this, it's not a bill. This is an investment that's going to make a lot of you, when you stay consistent, thousands and thousands of dollars. You know, I know people have made millions on the platform already, which is crazy. So I don't want you to don't worry about day 14. Worry about getting started today. Get that thing set up. Let me take your worry away by just sending you the pre-work. It's going to show you everything to do. And don't put it off. You don't have to worry about that right now. That investment, I don't know many investments that can have a return like a platform like School that has everything you possibly need. You're not going to need funnel software. You're not going to need CRM. You're not going to need automated this and that and Zapier. Don't forget all of that in the first 30 days. All you need is School. And that's just something I couldn't have said a year ago. You know, like it's just crazy what we have at our hands here. And then on top of that, go join the School games. Go watch the replays from the Monday calls with Alex. It's going to blow your mind. Like having access to Alex's replays as well as the live sessions on Monday with him. I want to see you all in the School games on those calls. You know, hopefully you'll at least be able to make our calls, or just know you have one of the most hidden benefits on the internet right now. The best kept secret are those calls with Alex on Mondays, just for having a School account. All right. So we're in the second half of the year. It's officially second half of 2024. I don't want to be another year. It's a typo. I should say 2025. It'll be 2025 before we know it. I don't want another year to go by and like I didn't start. So let's dive into the second half of the year, make it the best half of the year that you've ever had. It's the only time we're going to do this live together. I am building a product. This product will be selling for $997 starting August 1st, but you guys get it free. You're going to be a part of this. So it's the only time I'm doing it live. It's the only time this will be free. And you have the pre-sprint action tasks available for you right now. You guys could tell I was making these slides right before I did this, right? A couple of typos here, but hey, hashtag imperfect action, you guys, that's what I do. Yeah, so you have your pre-action steps already ready for you. Go through the community, go to the classroom, go find the 30-day community growth sprint and just start implementing these things today. You have the next few days in the weekend and even next week to go through those as we kick off on the 1st. So that's really what I want to do, is inspire you to get started today. Create your community. If you're not sure of the name, go check out the pre-work, but just name it something for now. The name gets to change later, and it likely will. I named my first community Merge Mastery, and it was like, I didn't know what the heck that meant. I understood it, but a lot of people didn't. And then what I did is, about a few weeks into our community, I put out a poll. A lot of you guys probably voted on that poll, and you guys chose Community Creators Club. Get your people involved. So just name it something for now, knowing it's probably going to change later, and just go get started. So that's really why now I want to help you get into the momentum that we're going to carry through the end of the month and beyond. So we're going to drop a link in the chat. If you don't have a School account, of course, you can go to school.com, set up an account. But I want you to know that anyone who signs up with my affiliate link, I personally support you. I want to give you additional bonuses inside of the classroom. You'll see that unlock for you. Just create your School community. Send me a DM saying I am a community creator with the name of the community that you're creating, and I'll unlock those bonuses. But on top of it, I know I'm selling this for $997 starting August 1st. You guys get that for free. I'm going to give you the 30-day community growth sprint, all the replays, all the additional upgrades and updates that I create, all the assets. I'm going to continue to refine this product. You get it just for starting a School account with my affiliate link. All right. Is that cool? I hope you guys love it. Now, if you already have School, let me just ask you, if you have a paid community already on School, perfect. Can you, and are you open to starting another free community to feed that paid community? So you can have two communities. Yes, I know you got to pay 2 accounts for 99 times 2, but with your paid community, you're probably already making that and more. And if not, you're going to, right? If you already have multiple communities and you don't want to go create more, I totally get it. Just hang tight until July 31st. I will have something for those of you who finish. So the options are sign up with School today with my link. It's in the chat or it's below this video. Just click on it, go create your own School community. And if that's not an option for you right now because you already have communities and you don't want to start another one, just show up and finish this challenge and I'll have something special for you on the 31st, especially if you're in the top 10. But even so, and I'm not going to make you pay $997 for it, by the way. Like we'll find some fun way for you to get it because I want to reward the action takers. I want you to show up and complete it. All right. And that's what I'm talking about, is the replays, the future updates and all the things that we're doing. But what are you guys excited for? Are you guys feeling pumped for this? I wasn't sure if I should like sell it. And I'm like, you know what? No, like you guys have been working your tails off in the community, zooming up the leaderboards. And I'm just excited to create this together. And thank you guys for all of your information you've been giving us. You filled out surveys, you filled out polls. I've had conversations with you. Your questions you ask help me design this 30-day thing. And while I'm doing all this, I want you to pay attention to like what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, because you're going to follow a very similar process, right? So just thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being a part of it. I will stick around for some Q&A. Don't put off starting your communities, okay? I know it's tempting to try to optimize those 14 days, but starting on the first, like I want you to have your community set up and optimized, ready for people that they're gonna find it. They're gonna find it in discovery. They're gonna find it on social. And I want it to be ready for you to really accept those requests when they are asking to be a part of it. All right. Thank you guys. Angela, question. How did you get folks to agree to interviews when you were starting and didn't have a large group? Yeah, that's a great question. So when I was starting my community, I knew I wanted to make a paid product, and I knew I didn't know as much as the experts did. So my first course was called 5 Ways to Make Money with ClickFunnels. The first one was how to design funnels. The second one was how to start a local agency lead gen company and like help, chiropractors and car washes and the things you see people doing. The third thing I did was info products, how to create your own course and webinar to sell courses. The fourth way is e-commerce. That was physical products. And then the last one was affiliate. That was the one I really fell in love with because I didn't have to have any of my own products. I just sell affiliate. So what I did was I knew I was going to teach the affiliate one because I was having some results there. And I just ended up joining communities. So I looked at who's the top experts on this and I made my list. And then I realized like, who do I connect with the most? And it took me like a few weeks to do this, but I joined Catherine's Jones CF Design School community. I joined Jeff Miller's community. I joined Andrew Cruzy's community, Austin Dixon and Peter Prue. They were all 2 Comma Club award winners, meaning they'd done $1 million in that thing. And I just went and provided value. I wanted them to know who I was and see my name, at least see my name before I DM them. And when I did, like, oh yeah, I've been seeing you in my community. I'm like, hey, I'm like kind of new, but I'm doing this thing. Here's my vision is I'm starting to grow a community. I'm in it for the long haul. And I would love to do a guest training. Could you come train my people? And I know I don't have much of an audience right now, but I know where it's going to go. And I want that to be part of this thing that I'm creating. I think over the next few months and years ahead, people will find you because of your training in my product. None of them asked for me to pay them. None of them. I don't think anyone would ask that. And if they do ask that, they're probably not the right expert to be asking because most people want to go help. That's just my take on that. So just ask people to become willing to talk to your community. When people ask me if I have availability, I'm all in. Joseph, what's up, Joseph? Teaching SEO. I love that. I started with your 2 months ago, and this in neglected the 80 people I have and want to get started again. Yeah, yep. And you would fire it back up, just like right where we left off, but we're gonna keep it going this time. Very cool. Jody, excited to get started and have the plan for success that you're offering. Yeah, by the way, guys, I already mapped out the 30 days. I'm already like writing ahead of schedule, but I don't want to give it to all at once. I want to make this very actionable, one thing per day. Yeah, I love this. Julie, I'm excited to making a free community with the pressure of making money removed. Yeah, no pressure at all. It's going to be something that you feel like if you feel like sales is salesy, this removes all that pressure. And like I look at sales as like evoking dreams and inspiring people to enroll themselves into their own vision and then just be the person that facilitates it. Like I'm nothing special. I just want to help people do the same for their people. Like that ripple is just amazing. How to use paid ads to grow my community, Amanda? Yeah, I love the idea of paid ads. If you have a big budget, and you don't need a massive budget, but just know like if you have no idea of your marketing message, you're going to spend a lot of money trying to figure out your marketing message. That's why I love doing organic because in 30 days of your communities, you're going to know your marketing message very clearly. Like you could say it, and it's not even you saying it's what your members are saying. So I think I would at least do a little bit of organic, do the daily 7, get into other communities. If you already know your marketing message, yeah, ads could be great for you. But for me, even though I've run ads, I've done ad pretty profitable with ads. Um, but for me, it was like going too fast, which is a good thing. I just want to make sure we had things, the foundation built out. We're going to start running ads to this community now that I feel like our foundation is really solid. And we have the right gates in place to filter out the people from ads that are, you've seen them, right? Some people on ads are just crazies. I don't want them in the community. Um, so I would just make sure you have the foundation ready. First off, people always talk about scaling, but like what happens if you're not feeling good about your business now and you scale, you're just going to create a lot more of what you don't feel good about. Is that making sense? If you feel good, you know your message, you have the right things in place, absolutely ads can be great. And you probably already know the ad creatives. Don't overthink it. Create them simple. I'm going to give a shout out to Will Nelson. He just joined our community. I was like, dang, Will, what are you doing here? Will and I go way back. Will's done $1 million months. So it's really cool to see him in our community. But the thing he posted about was ads. He's like, we've tested so much. We've spent a lot of money on ads. And the one thing that was simplest was a colorful background with a simple statement sentence on a graphic going right to our school about page. So like I would absolutely make sure you go through the pre-work and go through my long post. I know it's long about the about page, the 7 things to optimize your about page. Make sure that's solid and run traffic right to that about page. So we'll have some training on ads in the next 30 days, but it's going to really, I think it's next steps. I think it's the next level. If you want the ads made simple course, maybe we'll have it as a prize for the top 10. But if you want it today, if you go through our Community Profit Accelerator workshop, it's $37 for the workshop. On the next page, we offer that as an upsell for $197. And I know that might sound like, oh, that's a lot of money, but it's a lot of money to go figure out and buy other courses that are outdated. Kelsey, who's basically like, I don't want to say she's a data scientist, but she's so good. And her and I filmed this course and trying to make it as simple as possible. And I think about the cost of going to hire an ad agency. Usually it's $1,000 a month. I paid up to $5,000 a month for an agency. So for 197, we could show you a better way to run ads and get everything set up. If you guys want that, it is an upsell in our $37 workshop funnel. But if you're willing to be patient, hang tight till the end of the month, we might include it as a fun prize. Okay. So yeah, very cool. If anyone needs help finding someone to interview, I'll be happy. Coina, what's up, Coina? Nick, how do you feel about the new auto accept feature? Oh, barf emoji. Could you guys just drop the barf emoji? Is that available in here? I would never use that. I don't even know why. Like, am I not seeing something? Auto accept. That's like the opposite of what we're doing. You guys, you don't have to do this in the beginning, but we are so intentional with who gets in this community because I know what free attracts. And that's why we have the hashtag no lurkers. If people don't even have a fully set up profile on school, we don't accept them. If they don't answer the questions that we are putting in, if they use a fake email address, we're verifying email addresses with a free tool called Never Bounce. And you could just put in their email address and see if it's an actual real email address. If people just look off, like if they come back a second time, I'll give them benefit of the doubt. But I look at their profile. Jeremy looks at their profile. How active are they in? How many communities are they in? Do they have other links? Like we're very intentional. So the last thing I would ever use is the automated approval feature for my community. I'm sorry, I just don't use it. It's my opinion. I would say don't do that. I just personally can't see the benefit of doing that. Just letting anyone and everyone in. No, thank you. And you probably knew my answer on that, I'd imagine. Okay. Where do we find the Daily 7 spreadsheet? I must have missed it. Yeah, I'm going to release all the things that you saw today on July 1st. And we're going to get right into that on our first session, the kickoff call. I could probably, you know what, I'll put it below this video replay if you guys want to get started and start making your Daily 7 and you have good ideas on that. I'll link it below this, but we'll talk more about that on day one. Okay. Today, for now, I want you to set up your community. If you already have a community, go refine, go by doing the action steps, the pre-work action steps. Chris, sorry, bro, dealing with the plumber. Oh, no worries. Thank you for that. How do you organize your time between free and paid communities? I'm incredibly responsive here. What percentage of the time? Yeah. So ideally, like my calendar, at least, I have 2 paid programs and I have the free community. And my goal is obviously top down. So I focus on the academy members. Those are the people in my highest level program, then audience and offer mastery members, and then our free community. So on the calendar, this is never perfect, but on the calendar, I usually have 30 minutes for each one. And just because of the volume, like there's less people in our academy than in A&O, and then there's obviously less people in A&O than our free community. So the free community takes me the most time as far as interacting and engaging. And, I'll be honest with you guys, my first intention of this free community was like, I'm not going to be a part of it. Like, I'm just going to let the automation take care of everything and it's going to be great. But I realized like that's the fastest way to a dead community. And a crazy community, chaotic community. So I always want to be a part of the free community. Of course, you'll get more access and support to me if you're in our academy and audience and offer mastery. But I don't want to leave the free community hanging, especially because you guys are just rock stars right now. But I would think about, what does your delivery look like? So for me, we have 2 calls per week in the academy. And then I do one-on-ones, I do feedback and all that stuff. So there's a little bit more time for fulfillment. But because of the community ascension model, I was able to get back 30 to 40 hours a month by not having to host a live event. I used to host a live event every month. The setup, the process, being live for 3 hours a day that week. So it's like 15 hours live. It was a lot, but our workshop that you are going through is the replays to that event I used to run every month. And it still feels live because you guys have action steps, you have feedback, you have my brother guiding you through it. There's a deadline where you get a prizes if you finish the workshop. So anyway, what I'm saying is I have a lot more time now for fulfillment, a lot more time to focus on our customers and clients. And to be honest, it's one of my favorite things to do. Like full-time freedom to me isn't not working. It's being able to focus on more of the things that you love doing every day. And there's still some really pretty tough days, but like the tough days now are like my best days 5 years ago. Like, so I want that to become everyone's norm and love what you do. And I know that this is the path to doing it. So I guess it's just, what time commitment can you put on? And what are your steps that you want to do in your paid communities and your free communities? So for me, it's usually about an hour and a half a day, but it's like, I don't know, for me, it's exciting to do that. And if it feels like work, then how do we help you build a community that you love being a part of? I wasn't really paying attention. What do we need to do after creating a group? Go to, okay, so the replay will be up. This replay will be in the classroom under the 30-day community growth sprint. If you guys are late or we're busy, watch this again and it will give you all the instructions. And then inside of the community classroom, 30-day community growth sprint, what you'll do is you'll see the action steps, the pre-work. So just go through those action steps there in the pre-work. And they're written posts. They're kind of long, but each one should take you maybe 5 minutes to read. And then depending on how much you already have created, it shouldn't take you that long to go optimize and do these. I've done every single one of these steps that I'm going through in a day while creating these posts, while doing everything else. So I know you could do it in a day. And you have now till Monday. And again, if it's Monday and you're behind, like just stay focused. You're not behind. You're exactly where you should be. Just take one step at a time. Did I miss the ¡1 traffic source? Yeah. Yeah, you missed it. I'm not going to repeat. Just go back and watch this replay. I think you'll like it. And if I want me just to tell you, yeah, it's tapping into Category Kings communities. How do you go get known in communities that you already enjoy being in, and go and serve and guide people to a solution that you're finding that they're having? Okay. Anything else, you guys? If you don't have a list, you don't have a business. I know it's cliche, but it works. Yeah. So we've used our free community grower list. Basically, when people join, we'll show you today, you'll see our pre-work is about the 3 questions and how we structure them and how we're getting people's email addresses and then getting them onto our own email list. And there's some things I have to explain here, because with school, anytime someone joins your community and they fill out the 3 questions and one is an email, as soon as they hit submit, they're on your list, even if you deny them. So there are some things you have to be careful about with that. And I'll explain all of that more if you're using that feature. I'm still debating school versus ClickFunnels. I don't want to create a group around finance mindset and time, freedom, different topics. Okay. You got to focus on one. I'll tell you right now, the 7 years I was failing forward, I always had literally a dozen projects I was trying to figure out. It wasn't until 2019 where I got more serious and just focused on one thing. And like you can backburn those other things. You don't have to like completely forget about them, but which one of those things are you more excited about that you want to focus on? Like what can you talk about every day? Can I have a free community and a paid community on the same school account? Yeah, you can do that. You can only have one community, but what I would do is have a free community and then have a one-time product purchase in the classroom that you could unlock that course and you can unlock the calendar call events for the people that buy it. So that's a cool feature. You can have one community for free and paid. If you want a monthly membership through school payments, that's not going to work, but you can use outside processing like Stripe or something like that. Okay. Yeah, get started with one. Okay, what else we got? We're getting to the bottom here. Okay. Here you guys go. Yeah, someone asked for the affiliate link. Yeah, my school affiliate link is from Theo. Yep. Yeah, thanks for asking. Theo's on my team. Theo and Jeremy. So that should be my affiliate link there that you see in the chat. If not, if you're watching the replay, it's below. Yeah, get started today, you guys. As soon as you set up your community, DM me. I am a community creator or builder. I'd go back and forth. And let me know the name of your community. All right. So we'll verify, make sure that we do see you on our affiliate dashboard, and I'll open up the school bonuses. And then again, at the end of this month, when we lock this content all up and go to $1,000 paid product, you'll get it for free. All right. We'll make sure that you get this beyond if you're one of my active affiliates, but you can't sign up now and then cancel in 14 days. You got to go and get your first 10 members, 50, 100. Like, let's not look at this as maybe it'll work out. No, know that this is going to work out. Know that you have what it takes in the community backing you. And I'm just super excited for all of you to move forward. So thank you guys for hanging out today. Go out there, go through the pre-work, post your answers into the community, support each other, and anything that you're stuck on, let's get you clarity before Monday. And I'm just really looking forward to seeing you all on Monday for our official kickoff. And if you can't make it to the Monday live session, it's on the calendar. Just you'll see all of our calls in the calendar in the classroom. There will be a replay available in that course area. So I hope you can make it live. It's just more fun with all of you here. And you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you on Monday, July 1st.